Good morning, everyone. It's Christine. Today is June 28, 2020 at 10:23 a.m. Um, Today, I want to share about the idea of how to become Skip the Dish Courier. Skip the Dish Courier is I started in November 2017, and the reason being why I decided to work for the company is because I'm just wanting a part-time job, and somebody has offered me to apply for it, and I tried, and I worked for them up to at least. I'm not saying that I quit, but I just stopped driving because of some reasons. Sometimes this spring, so skip the dishes courier is a very fun job. If you like to drive, driving is your thing to do, then food courier business is one of those. So when you apply for skip the dish courier, they're gonna need some information from you. They're gonna need your the type of car. They're gonna ask you for what type of car you are driving and what year, and then they're gonna ask you some informations like your car insurance information. They're gonna ask you for a couple IDs. I provided them with my driver's license ID and my passport. Those are the two information I provided them. And also, once they took that information and they give you a little bit of interview over the phone, then they're gonna ask you to give them your bank information, because the way you get paid with Skip the Dishes is you get paid once a week, normally on a Wednesday or a Tuesday. For me, when I was working, it was every Tuesday that I get paid through direct deposit on my bank account. So it's a very practical job, and it's very flexible schedule, and you can actually the idea of skip the dishes work is basically very flexible, because you have an app that I'll show you my app here, how it works later on, and you can work anytime, any day. They will ask you to give them the availability that you can give them every week. They won't insist how much hours they want from you. You will provide them your availability. So once you provide the availability, they'll give you a schedule that's based on the business of the order the next week. Because sometimes some people pre-order, so they base it on that, and then they'll give you the schedule the following week. It's basically every Thursday they provide you with a new schedule. And then after that, if you see your schedule, if you want to add more, then they have this, what you call it, an open shift, and I will show you that as well later on too. So skip the dishes, how they make an income is or as a courier, is that they base it on your delivery fee and plus the tip. Normally you get more on tips, but the delivery fee is also added. So when you deliver, delivery fee and the tip will show on your app. So, and I will show you that later also. So so that's the idea of that. And so once they provided you with so after that interview and that, they're gonna ask you to download the app, courier app, on your cell phone. So make sure that your cell phone has enough data on it, because you will basically use your data to be able to do the delivery. And they will give you an online skip the dishes courier profile, so that you'll be able to track everything on this profile here. Everything here is bank information, like your documents, means your driver's license, your insurance coverage for your car. And here the bags, it shows how much I paid last time. I purchased it in November 4. I paid $74.99 and my bag is still working. Which how long now? Almost 3 years. 2017, 18, 19, 20. Yes, almost 3 years. So how did I start earning? So through this profile, it shows from November 17. Wow, I worked for them for a long time. Okay, for November 17, this is a payday, right? And I work part-time. And let's look at the highest income I did for 2017. For 1 week, there's December 31st, it's a Christmas time. I made $712.40 that week. And you will see here, transit pay top up. That top up didn't exist that year. The top up started in 2018, I think. Tax collected $1.35, reimbursement $2.40. Reimbursement bonus means that if you go to the restaurant and the food is not available and they make you wait for a long time, they basically charge the restaurant every minute. So this time I did this week pay, I made $2.40. So that week alone in December 31st, I made $759.72 in a week. Those are the BCS one. How to receive your earnings? You have a total cash order. Some customers, now that COVID is here, they won't allow you to do cash order. Has to be all credit. But those days in 2017, we already we collecting cash orders. So those cash orders is basically yours. You keep it, right? Because that's your income. So that week alone, they deposited $712.40 in my bank account. Those are pretty good years, because Skip the Dishes in 2017 is pretty new in British Columbia. So that's how it works. So yeah, so that's my income right there. See, I have no more views here, no more views. Pretty sad day. Okay. All right. So I stopped because I have some issues. I can't drive for a while. Driving is not easy. It's just like a bus driver or a taxi driver that you're basically on the road. At least they'll give you a 3 to 4 hours shift. 4 hours. When I started the job, they gave us 4 hours a shift, and we make about $100 per 4 hours trip. Now that there's so many competition and a lot of drivers, basically the hours, I don't know how they reduce it to 4 hours. They giving 3 hours now, maybe because it's a safety reason. I'm not quite sure, but you can always extend. They sometimes ask you to extend your schedule. So half an hour before you end your shift, they're gonna ask you if you want to extend for another hour or maybe another half an hour. It's all up to you to decide, because this is probably because based on the experience they have with different couriers, some people are too tired to drive and stuff, so they lessen it to 3 just to make sure that that person who's tired can drive only for 3 hours. Okay, so it's still the courier's option if you want to add more hours on your shift. And it's hard to show it on my computer, but later on I'm going to show you on the app on how to choose more open shifts. It's pretty flexible actually. So I would never trade to work with other food courier business, because Skip the Dish, for how many years I worked with them, it's like a big family, and basically get connected with the different dispatchers. They are always there for you, alive. It's not like a computer that will guide you. It's basically the true people that's working for you. The thing with Skip the Dish is, though, you have options where to drive. So they will ask you if you want to drive to the whole lower mainland, or you want to drive just for your city, or they'll make you choose what else city you want to drive. So when I started Skip the Dishes, and we are the first few drivers that started fresh on this in BC, we basically drive everywhere. So I drive in I my city is Burnaby, and then they'll send me to Coquitlam, or they'll send me to Port Moody, they'll send me to Vancouver, to Westminster. So I basically learned to drive all those cities, and finding those little shortcuts that I do. And I'm not quite sure if it does help them when I do little shortcuts. I find my shortcuts everywhere. It's fun. I like it. And you're in your car listening to music, and you're just enjoying driving and going back and forth. So I'm gonna figure out how I'm going to show you how it works on my phone app and put it on my computer, so I'll be able to share you how the thing works. But this is a very practical part-time business you could actually do if you do love to drive, and you like to be outdoor. And this is it. This is the job that you could actually do for just for the spare time. Sometimes at an odd time when I get bored at home and I'm not doing anything at night, for example, it starts at 5 in the evening and my husband's sleeping and my son's playing with the computer, and I feel bored, I just open my app and see what schedule is available that day. All I do is just click that open shifts, and once there's an open schedule that I can work exactly like in instant schedule, I grab it and just hop in my car and drive. So that's the idea of Skip the Dishes Courier. I hope I didn't miss anything. Yeah, so very flexible schedule. It's a weekly deposit in your bank account, so an extra income to help you with your stuff that you need. Like me, I need extra income to support my mom, so that's what I do, right? So anyway, that's the first part of my video for Skip the Dishes Career, and I'll talk to you again later. Have a good day.